Hey folks, this is Nathan here from Jaq and Jill, and today I have a huge update to announce. The Jaq and Jill and Zapier integration is now live. So if you are ready to integrate Jaq's awesome AI with over 5,000 different applications, then hang around for just a second and I'll show you how. So if you're familiar with Zapier, you know how it works. Go ahead and just click the invite link over here. You should see a page similar to this, and then that'll allow you to accept the invite and start building. If you want to see what I've put together, hang around for just a few and I'll kind of walk through a couple Zap templates that I've made. So one of them being a bulk article generator. So I'm going to create a generator that could create dozens, hundreds, thousands of blog articles even using Google Sheets, Jaq, and WordPress. The next template I'm going to go through is an email executive assistant. So it's going to classify emails, it's going to summarize them, it's going to draft replies, and this is going to be using Gmail and Jaq. And then the last thing that I'm going to walk through is an email autoresponder. So this is using Stripe, Jaq, and email to auto respond when someone signs up for a Jaq subscription. So this is just barely scratching the surface, but I think already these are going to be super powerful. So go ahead, get into Zapier, and yeah, let's get started. All right, so once we're in Zapier, you've clicked that private invite link. Go ahead and create a new Zap, and then I'll show you some Zaps that I've created here. So I've got a bulk article generator. So this one's going from Sheets to Jaq and Jill to WordPress. But in your case, it could be going from, say, Trello to Jaq to Squarespace, or email to Jaq to Wix. Really, the point being is you've got a data source coming in, something easy to manage that you could do in a bulk fashion, and then you've got Jaq that's going to take that input, create the blog articles from it, and then you've got your platform that you're ultimately posting your blogs to. So the way this looks on the inside is we take our trigger is a new spreadsheet row. So what that actually looks like on the spreadsheet side is a topic, audience, intent, outline, introduction, and a call to action. But really the only thing we absolutely need is the topic. Everything else is optional. So we take in those inputs and then we send it, and you can test the trigger just to make sure that it all got in there. And then we send it to Jaq. So just type in Jaq and Jill. If you've accepted that invite, then it should show up there. And we've got a few different events that we can do here. So for this one, we're going to do generate article, but we've got other options. You can get nitty gritty with a headline, introduction, outline. You know, maybe you use these to create that sheet. You know, it could be turtles all the way down. There's also a custom response here. So that's similar to like the Jaq chat or like a chat GPT sort of open setup. But for this one, we're going to use the generate article. And then make sure to log into your Jaq account. You'll connect a new account, and when that pops up, it'll ask you for your API key, which can be found in the My Account page within the Jaq and Jill application. So it should be right there in your account info. Copy that, paste it here, you should be good to go. And the action here, remember, we're generating an article, so that's our event that we're doing here. So the way we set it up is literally just pull in those fields from that sheet. So we've got topic, audience, angle, outline, introduction, and call to action. So we pull all those in, and then when we test the action, it's actually going to send all of that information over to Jaq. Jaq's going to take it, he's going to create a blog article from it and send it back, and this is what we've got here. So this is a full blog article. It's got the HTML, so we can just directly pass it straight through to WordPress, and then we post it in WordPress as a post. So what that looks like in the end is this guy. So it's a really, really fast way to create a lot of posts. And I will say, depending on your Zapier plan level, so mine fires every 2 minutes. And sometimes I'll be in this Google Sheet typing like an introduction and it'll start to process. So pro tip there, add maybe right here, you know, after the trigger, add a delay or a scheduler that makes it fire at a specific time of day. So that way you could be working in your sheet throughout the day, doing your work or whatever, and then maybe at midnight or whatever, all of these fire. So you could be creating a bunch of, blog articles then. So that's just a pro tip that I've ran into. And another pro tip is I like to put my title as the actual keyword, because sometimes Jaq will create all sorts of headlines, and it makes it a little more difficult to find. So I like to be able to have my topic as the title here, so I can just easily reference it within WordPress. But yeah, from here I would add images, add links, publish, and we'd be good to go. So this is the bulk article generator. So let me hop back into Zapier and I'll show you the other things. All right, so this next one that I want to show you is an email autoresponder. And we're using, in this case, we're getting a trigger from a new app subscription in Stripe. So if someone signs up for Jaq and Jill, it triggers this. And from there, we generate a custom response in Jaq and Jill. So basically what we're doing is make sure you're signed in to your Jaq and Jill, you've copied the API key. The event for this one is generate custom response. So what this does is, think about it, is it's kind of like Chat GPT or GPT Playground, in the sense that you can send it any prompt just like this and it'll give you a response back. So in this example, we've got an example message. So, hi Alexandria, thank you for your purchase, blah, 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 blah. Thanks again, Nathan. So in our instructions, we tell Jaq, create a brief message thanking Stripe customer name. And once you click in here, it'll pop up with, the options. You can fill it in from here. I won't do that because there's live customer information in there. So just click in there, it'll fill it out. And then Jaq will respond with the following portion. So the test action of that, so I ran a test here, and this is one that Jaq came up with. So this is a totally custom email that Jaq created that ultimately gets sent through my MailJet account to the customer. So pretty cool stuff here. But this could be anything. It doesn't even have to be just an email autoresponder. This could be, imagine someone follows your Instagram account. Instagram follow, Jaq generates a thank you message or some sort of call to action or something, and then sends a DM. So all sorts of stuff that we could do here just with this custom response. All right, so this last one that I've got here is a bit more advanced. It's a full-blown email executive assistant, and in this case, it does require, I think, the professional plan or above for Zapier, because I'm using paths to do different things depending on what type of email it is. But you could probably get creative and avoid using paths here if you needed to. So what I've got set up here is, when a new email comes in from Gmail, I use Jaq and use the custom response to essentially categorize this email. So the instructions say categorize this email. Someone asking a question that requires a response should be categorized as reply. Emails about guest posts should be categorized as guest posts. If it's only notification or spam, should be categorized as do not reply. So basically, we are using Jaq here to categorize the email, and we're passing in the subject and the body, and we get back a category. So depending on the category, and in this case, I'm only really doing anything if it's a guest post. I'm just ignoring it if it's anything else. Later, I'll add some more paths. But right now, if it's a guest post, what I do is we generate a summary from it, and we generate a email reply from it. So both using the generate custom response here. And you could probably combine all these into like one, so you didn't have to double up on words. I'm not being very efficient with this one. Just keep that in mind, because you can, burn through some words pretty quick. But try it out and let me know how it works. So, right now we're creating the summary and the email reply, and then we send all of that along to my email. And basically we have a summary, which is the summary of that person's email, the link to the original email, and a reply concept. So this makes my job so much faster. So when I hop into my email in the morning, I'm essentially only seeing emails about guest posts from myself. So I'm looking at those. I've got it filtered in my email where I look at only ones coming from myself, which that's what I'm doing here. And then it's a summary, it's a link to the original email, and a reply concept, which if I want to go through that deal, I just copy that and then move forward. So it's really, really efficient. So instead of spending, 5 minutes or more for every email, it's just a couple seconds. I just read that quick, brief summary. I copy that reply concept if it looks good, and then I click the original email to send it through. And yeah, this is a little bit more advanced of a setup, but super effective and can help save a bunch of time. So let me know what you think.